Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Ball. I hope you all are safe and sound. Real Madrid take on Shakhtar in the fourth match of the Champions League, and the Los Blancos look to be in a pretty good mood going into the game. Obviously we hammered Shakhtar 5-0 away from home in the previous encounter, but will our favourite club be able to replicate the similar results and the similar entertainment? We'll have to wait and see. But more importantly, if we have a look at the Champions League standings in Group D, we can see Sheriff still remain top of the table with 6 points. Real Madrid are second with 6 points, and Inter Milan, they would also be hoping to get better results in the remainder of the matches if they want any chance of going through the group stages. So certainly we can see Real Madrid need to keep picking up the points. We need to keep getting the wins. We do not want to end anywhere other than top of the table. We know teams ending second in the group have a significantly higher chance of playing a top team in the round of 16, and that is something that we must avoid in order to go deep in the competition. So it's going to be a game we expect Real Madrid to win. We don't want any drama, and we do not want any dramatic event which would leave Real Madrid all to do heading into match day 6 against Inter. And remember the happenings from the previous season, things were pretty tight in the group stage last time round, and let's hope the Los Blancos will seal qualification and a first place finish in the next 2 UCL games. So in this video we'll do the match preview of Real Madrid versus Shakhtar Donetsk. We'll go through the words of Carlo Ancelotti, and last but not the least, we'll end this video by doing the match predictions. So we have a lot to discuss, and let's get started. And kickoff will be coming live from the Santiago Bernabeu at 6:45 PM CET, and the referee allocated for this match will be Mr. Benoit Bastien. He would be officiating a Real Madrid game for the second time in his career. The last time he took charge of a match where Real Madrid were involved, the Los Blancos took on Apoel in the 2017-18 season, and Real Madrid had emerged 3-0 victors in the game. But talking about the opposition, Shakhtar Donetsk, as we saw earlier, are definitely in troubled waters. They've only 1 point in the first 3 matches, so we can see they are staring at an exit from European action. And if we talk a bit about how Shakhtar played the last time round, we did notice that Shakhtar attempted to play an expansive way of football. Almost at times they wanted to take the game to Real Madrid, but the problem was that in an attempt to go toe-to-toe with Madrid, they did not focus much on their own defensive structure. The Los Blancos, on the other hand, had pushed the defensive line back. They had deployed a narrow central block, which made it very difficult for Shakhtar to find any passing lanes, and since Madrid always maintained a proper defensive shape, Shakhtar found it very difficult to even hit Real Madrid on the counter. So we did see that Shakhtar struggled to create any real chances, and what we also saw was that Real Madrid attackers often found enough space to test the goalkeeper again and again. The quality that Real Madrid have in the front line was always going to be difficult to contain using such a tactic, so if we are to keep a note of the past happenings, we can expect Shakhtar to play a much more defensive game this time round. Especially since they are coming to the Bernabeu, they might look to focus a bit more on the defensive structure, and I know you'd say that Real Madrid haven't exactly been spectacular at home. They haven't been getting good results at the Bernabeu, but definitely the Shakhtar manager, Roberto De Zerbi, will need a better plan if they want to stand any chance of taking points away from Madrid. And coming to the team news, Shakhtar would be without Lassina Traore and Junior Moraes as they continue to recover from the knee injuries. They'll also be missing Pedrinho for the game. The manager is expected to line up in the 4-2-3-1 formation. Maicon and Stepanenko may form the double pivot in the front of the defense. Alan Patrick will be the creative outlet in the side. Solomon and Tete will be providing the team width, and up top they should be having Fernando, who would be leading the attack for the Ukraine outfit. And coming to Real Madrid, this, as you see, is the squad list for the game. Rodrygo and Mariano will not be involved against Shakhtar. About Rodrygo, we have been informed by Ancelotti that he's going to be back after the international break, and as for Mariano, we have been informed that his surgery to repair his fractured nose went very well, and he is expected to return to action in 2 weeks' time. Moving on, let's hear what the coach had to say in the pre-match press conference. Ancelotti was questioned on a lot of topics. He was asked about Rodrygo, Bale, Eden Hazard, but firstly the manager was asked how he felt about the team, and he gave a positive response. He said, "The squad is going very well. The team knows today's oppositions very well. We played them 2 weeks ago. We are going to put in place a good strategy to try to win. I think that this day is very important in the group, and to win it would be very meaningful." Then Ancelotti was asked if the game is one of the most important games of the season, and Ancelotti responded, "It's a very important game. Winning it or losing it changes a lot of things. Losing it would mean we have to win the next 2. It would complicate our life. Winning it would bring us closer to qualifying. The team will give everything. They never miss these matches mentally." And then the coach was asked if Hazard is mentally disengaged right now. We have heard a lot of rumors in social media that a January exit is one of the options that Real Madrid may consider. However, I would also like to put forward the recent findings from Marca. The Spanish news outlet has informed us that Eden Hazard is not willing to leave Real Madrid in the winter transfer window. They say that Hazard wants to pay back for the confidence Madrid have kept in him even during his injury spells, and Marca have also pointed out that despite not being given enough minutes, Eden Hazard does not have a poor relationship with Ancelotti. And this is exactly what we had suspected a few days ago. Eden Hazard leaving in the summer may surely be on the cards if things don't change in the next 6 months, but him leaving in the winter transfer window is something that I do not anticipate and I just don't see happening. But anyways, coming to Ancelotti's response on whether Eden Hazard is disengaged or not, he said, "I don't think so. A lot of players have to keep the faith. No one could have thought that Mariano's moment would have come. It came and he took advantage of it. He played well and he showed his professionalism." That is what Hazard and the other players who are not playing a lot at the moment should be doing. Then the coach was asked about Gareth Bale. There has been a bit of controversy again regarding the Welshman. Recently he was called up by the Welsh national team manager and the Spanish media does not seem to like it at all. It's been pointed out that despite not training for Real Madrid, Gareth Bale has been called up for international duty, and one of the journalists in the press conference asked Ancelotti if Gareth Bale is signed with Real Madrid or not. And Ancelotti said yes he is. His situation is very clear. He had a major injury. He needed time to recover. He could train before the game against Rayo. His selection calls him because Wales need him. They will assess whether he can play or not. If a player has fully recovered, we will be happy to see him playing with his selection because that will give him minutes and we will get him back in a better physical condition. And lastly, Ancelotti was asked about the situation of Luka Jovic, whose future at Madrid looks to be in jeopardy, and the coach said, "I think he's fine. He's happy to be with us. I'll try to give him as much confidence as possible. He's a striker that I appreciate. He knows it. He has in front of him the best striker in the world, which is Benzema. He needs to have faith that he's going to have his chance." And that concludes the press conference of Carlo Ancelotti, and let's wrap up this video by doing the match predictions. In goal, there is no doubt that Thibaut Courtois would be standing in between the sticks. In the back line, the centre-back duo of David Alaba and Eder Militao should continue. In the full-back position, both Fullon Mendy and Dani Carvajal were rested in the previous game. They were brought on in the second half for just a few minutes, but for this game, both of them should be started by Carlo Ancelotti. In the midfield, it does seem that Ancelotti will again go with the trusted trio of Cruz, Casemiro and Modric. Camavinga, Blanco and Isco are also the other options available, but I think Ancelotti will continue to stick with the Gala midfield. And lastly, coming to the attack, there's no doubt about two positions. Benzema and Vinicius will take up the two spots. Benzema is returning after a break, so we can expect him to be fresh and agile in the game. And on the right, Asensio does look like the favourite to start in that position. There's also a good chance of Hazard playing as a number 10 just behind Benzema and Vinicius. We'll have to see who Ancelotti would fancy to start this game. So that, as you see, is my predicted lineup, and as for the scoreline predictions, I'll predict Real Madrid 3, Shakhtar Donetsk 0. So that is all I have here. Do let me know what are your thoughts going into the game against Shakhtar, and what scoreline are you predicting? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Glory to Madrid, and as always, Madrid.